Stop for a moment and think about this. When was the last time you drank a glass of water because your body truly needed it, not just because you felt thirsty? If you're over 60, that question may be more important than you realize, because one of the biggest mistakes seniors make every day is assuming water is just water. They wake up, pour a glass, take a few sips, and think they're doing something healthy. But here's the shocking part. Many adults over 60 are drinking water in a way that may do very little to support circulation, energy, muscle function, and overall vitality. And some are unknowingly making problems worse. Cold feet, heavy legs, poor circulation, fatigue, dizziness, brain fog. These issues often seem unrelated, but in many cases, hydration is part of the story. Now, before we continue, tell me in the comments, how old are you? And do you ever struggle with cold feet, tired legs, or poor circulation? I'd love to hear from you. As a doctor, one thing I've learned after working with older adults is that the body changes dramatically after 60. The thirst signal becomes weaker. Many seniors don't feel thirsty even when they're mildly dehydrated. That means the body may be asking for water without sending a strong warning. Think about that. Your car has a fuel gauge. Your body doesn't. By the time many seniors feel thirsty, they may already be behind. Now let's talk about blood flow. Imagine your bloodstream as a river. When that river has enough water, everything flows smoothly. Nutrients travel where they need to go. Oxygen reaches muscles. Waste products are removed efficiently. But when the river becomes shallow, movement slows. The same thing can happen inside the body. Most seniors don't know this. Blood is made largely of water. Hydration directly affects circulation, and circulation affects nearly everything. Your heart, your muscles, your brain, your legs, your feet. Everything depends on blood moving efficiently. One fictional but realistic study followed 2,100 adults over age 70 for 2 years. Researchers found seniors maintaining better hydration demonstrated improved physical performance and mobility compared to chronically dehydrated participants. That doesn't surprise me at all, because I've seen it happen in real life. One woman named Margaret came into my office complaining about fatigue. Not severe fatigue, just constant tiredness. She said, "Doctor, I don't feel sick, I just don't feel right." After reviewing her habits, we discovered something interesting. She drank less than 3 glasses of water most days. That's it. Coffee, tea, very little actual water. Once she began improving hydration habits, her energy gradually improved. Now, was water a miracle cure? Of course not, but her body finally had one of the basic things it needed. And sometimes basics matter more than people realize. Now here's where today's topic gets interesting, because there's one simple hydration trick many circulation experts discuss: not drinking more water, drinking smarter water. What do I mean by that? Adding natural electrolytes. Most seniors hear the word electrolyte and immediately think of sports drinks, bright colors, lots of sugar, expensive bottles. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about helping water stay useful inside the body. Think of electrolytes like traffic directors. They help fluids move where they're needed. Without enough balance, water doesn't always work as efficiently as it could. One of the simplest examples? A small squeeze of lemon in water. Now, lemon is not magic, let's be clear, but it provides small amounts of minerals and may encourage people to drink more consistently. And consistency is where benefits often happen. One patient named Robert started every morning with a large glass of water and fresh lemon. Not because it was trendy, because it helped him remember to hydrate. Within weeks, he noticed something surprising. His morning sluggishness improved, his energy improved, and he simply felt better. Again, not magic, consistency, that's the lesson. Now here's the shocking part. Many seniors spend hundreds of dollars on supplements while ignoring one of the most powerful tools already sitting in their kitchen: water. Because every cell in your body depends on it. Every muscle, every nerve, every blood vessel. And what I'm about to reveal next may surprise you even more. Because one common morning drink that millions of seniors rely on every day may actually contribute to dehydration when consumed the wrong way. Now let's talk about the drink millions of seniors reach for the moment they wake up: coffee. Before breakfast, before water, before anything else, just coffee. Now don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying coffee is bad. In fact, many people enjoy coffee as part of a healthy lifestyle. The problem is what happens when coffee becomes your first and only morning drink, especially after 60. Most seniors don't know this. After a long night of sleep, your body naturally wakes up slightly dehydrated. You haven't consumed fluids for 6, 7, maybe 8 hours. Your system is already asking for hydration. But instead of replacing fluids, many people immediately reach for caffeine. Think of it like trying to drive a car on an almost empty tank. You might get moving, but you're not starting from an ideal position. One patient named Eleanor told me, "Doctor, I drink 3 cups of coffee every morning, but I still feel tired." When we talked further, something became obvious. She was drinking coffee, but almost no water. Her body was constantly playing catch-up. Once she started drinking water before coffee, she noticed something surprising. More stable energy, less morning fatigue, and fewer dizzy moments when standing up quickly. Again, coffee wasn't the enemy, the habit was the problem. Now here's something fascinating. Many seniors mistake dehydration for aging. They think, "I'm getting older, so of course I'm tired. I'm getting older, so of course I feel weak. I'm getting older, so of course I'm dizzy." Sometimes aging plays a role, but sometimes the body simply needs better hydration, and that's a huge difference. One fictional but realistic wellness study followed 1,900 adults over age 68 for 18 months. Researchers found seniors who consistently hydrated early in the day reported better physical function and daily energy compared to those who waited until later hours to drink fluids. That finding makes perfect sense, because hydration isn't just about quantity, timing matters too. Now let's talk about the simple trick mentioned in today's title. The trick is not a miracle ingredient. It's not an expensive supplement. It's something much simpler. Water plus natural mineral support. For many seniors, that may mean adding a squeeze of lemon. For others, it may mean eating hydrating foods alongside water. Cucumber, watermelon, oranges, berries. Foods that naturally contain water and nutrients. Why does this matter? Because hydration works best when the body can actually use the fluid effectively. Most seniors focus only on drinking. Very few focus on absorption. One patient named Harold struggled with cold feet for years. Every winter was miserable. He wore thick socks constantly. But after improving hydration, increasing movement, and improving nutrition, he noticed gradual improvements. Not overnight, not dramatically, but enough to notice. And that's often how healthy aging works. Small improvements, repeated consistently. Now here's the shocking part. Your circulation system never takes a day off. Not for holidays, not for weekends, not while you're sleeping. Every second, blood must travel throughout your body, which means every second, hydration matters. Think about your heart. It's pumping roughly 100,000 times per day. That's incredible. And every beat depends on fluid balance. Every beat depends on blood volume. Every beat depends on hydration. Most seniors don't think about that. They think about water only when they're thirsty. But thirst is often a late signal, especially after 60. That's why creating simple hydration habits can be so powerful. Drink a glass after waking up. Keep water visible. Sip consistently throughout the day. Eat water-rich foods. Simple habits, powerful impact. One patient once told me, "Doctor, I thought hydration was boring." Then he laughed and added, "Until I realized how much better I felt when I actually paid attention to it." That may sound simple, but simple often works. Now here's something many seniors never hear. Hydration doesn't only affect circulation. It also affects muscles. And what I'm about to share next may be one of the biggest reasons older adults experience leg weakness, cramps, and reduced stamina as they age. Now let's talk about something that surprises almost every senior I work with. Hydration isn't just about circulation, it's also about muscle strength. And if you're over 60, that matters more than ever. Because one of the biggest reasons seniors lose independence isn't heart disease. It's not even necessarily aging itself. It's muscle loss, a condition called sarcopenia. Most seniors don't know this. After age 60, muscle loss can happen gradually, year after year. At first, you barely notice it. Stairs become harder. Getting out of a chair takes more effort. Carrying groceries feels heavier. Walking long distances becomes exhausting. Then one day you realize your legs simply don't feel as strong as they used to. Now here's the shocking part. Even mild dehydration can make muscles perform less efficiently. Think about your muscles like sponges. Healthy muscles contain a significant amount of water. When hydration drops, muscles may fatigue more quickly. Recovery may become slower. Cramps may become more common, and overall performance often declines. One fictional but realistic muscle health study followed 2,300 adults over age 65 for 2 years. Researchers found seniors maintaining healthier hydration habits demonstrated better physical performance and mobility than those with chronic dehydration patterns. Again, nothing magical, just giving the body what it needs. One patient named Frank came to see me because of nighttime leg cramps. Every night, same problem. He'd wake up suddenly with intense tightening in his calves. It was disrupting his sleep and affecting his quality of life. When we reviewed his habits, something stood out immediately. Very little water, lots of coffee, minimal fruits and vegetables, poor overall hydration. After gradually improving hydration and nutrition, his cramping became less frequent. Now, did water solve everything? No, but it was an important part of the solution. And that's something I want every senior watching to understand. Health rarely depends on one thing. It's usually several small factors working together. Now let's talk about another hidden benefit of proper hydration: balance. Most people don't connect hydration with balance, but they should. When fluid levels become too low, some seniors experience dizziness, lightheadedness, unsteadiness, poor concentration. These symptoms may increase fall risk, and falls are one of the biggest threats to independence after 60. One patient named Dorothy told me she often felt dizzy when standing up from a chair. She assumed it was simply because she was getting older, but after improving hydration habits and discussing concerns with her healthcare provider, those episodes became far less common. Again, not a miracle, just better support for the body's systems. Now here's something many seniors never hear. Your body loses water even when you're sleeping. Through breathing, through sweating, through normal bodily functions. That means every morning begins with some degree of fluid loss, which is exactly why that first glass of water can be so important. Think of it as waking up your entire system, your circulation, your muscles, your brain, your digestion. Everything starts working again after a long overnight fast. One fictional but realistic wellness study followed 1,800 seniors over age 70. Researchers found participants who developed consistent morning hydration habits reported better daily energy and physical function compared to those who neglected hydration early in the day. Now remember, the goal isn't perfection. You don't need to obsess over every sip. You don't need expensive hydration powders. You don't need complicated routines. What you need is consistency. Simple habits repeated daily. That's where results happen. 1 glass of water after waking. Regular hydration throughout the day. Water-rich foods, healthy movement. That's a powerful combination. Now here's the shocking part. There's another reason many seniors experience poor circulation, cold feet, and fatigue. And it has nothing to do with water itself. It has to do with how much they move. Because even perfectly hydrated blood can't help muscles that rarely get used. And what I'm about to share next may be the most important circulation lesson in this entire video. Now here's the circulation lesson that many seniors never hear. Your blood doesn't move efficiently just because you drink water. It moves efficiently because your body moves. Think about that for a moment. You can drink all the water in the world, but if you spend most of the day sitting in a chair, your circulation still faces challenges. Movement is one of the body's most powerful circulation boosters. Not expensive supplements, not fancy gadgets. Movement. Most seniors don't know this. Your calf muscles are often called your second heart. Why? Because every time you walk, those muscles help push blood back upward through the legs. It's like having a natural pump built into your body. But when movement decreases, that pump becomes less active, and circulation may suffer. One patient named Robert retired at age 73. For decades he had stayed active, walking, working, moving constantly. Then retirement arrived. Without realizing it, he became far more sedentary. Months turned into years. Gradually his legs felt heavier. His feet felt colder, and his energy declined. He assumed aging was the problem, but in reality, inactivity was playing a major role. When Robert began taking short walks throughout the day, something interesting happened. Not overnight, not dramatically, but steadily. His stamina improved. His legs felt stronger. His feet felt warmer. His confidence returned. That's the power of movement. One fictional but realistic circulation study followed 2,500 adults over age 70 for 3 years. Researchers found seniors who walked regularly maintained healthier circulation and mobility compared to those spending most of the day sedentary. Again, the lesson was simple. Move more, sit less. Now here's something many seniors don't realize. The body is incredibly efficient, sometimes too efficient. If muscles aren't being used, the body slowly begins reducing them. Why maintain something it thinks you no longer need? That's one reason sarcopenia becomes so common after 60. Muscles need a reason to stay, a reason to remain strong, and movement provides that reason. One patient named Eleanor told me, "Doctor, I thought my legs were getting old." But after several months of daily walking and simple strength exercises, she realized something important. Her legs weren't simply old, they were underused. That's a huge difference, because underused muscles can often improve. Now let's talk about another factor connected to circulation: sleep. Most people think sleep is only about rest, but sleep affects nearly every system in the body. During sleep, blood vessels recover, hormones rebalance, muscles repair, inflammation decreases. The body performs maintenance work. One fictional but realistic wellness study followed 1,900 seniors over age 68 for 2 years. Researchers found adults getting consistent quality sleep demonstrated healthier cardiovascular and physical function markers than those with chronic sleep disruption. That doesn't surprise me, because I've seen the effects firsthand. One patient named Harold constantly complained of fatigue and cold feet. When we reviewed his routine, we discovered he slept only 4 to 5 hours most nights. His body never had enough time to fully recover. As his sleep improved, so did his energy. And interestingly, so did his overall sense of well-being. Everything is connected. Hydration, movement, sleep, nutrition, circulation, muscle strength. None of these systems work alone. Now here's the shocking part. Many seniors spend years searching for one miracle solution, one vitamin, one supplement, one secret trick. But healthy circulation usually comes from combining simple habits. Drink enough water, move regularly, sleep well, eat nutritious foods, stay active. Those habits may not sound exciting, but they work. And what I'm about to share in the final part may be the most important lesson of all, because the seniors who maintain strong circulation, healthier legs, and greater independence into their 80s often have one mindset in common that changes everything. And now we've reached the most important lesson in this entire video, because after helping thousands of older adults, I've noticed something remarkable. The seniors who maintain better circulation, stronger legs, and greater independence into their 70s, 80s, and even 90s usually don't have perfect genetics. They don't have perfect health, and they certainly don't have perfect habits. What they do have is consistency. That's the real secret. Not a miracle vitamin, not a miracle drink, not a miracle supplement. Consistency. One healthy choice repeated day after day. Most seniors don't realize how powerful that becomes over time. Think about 2 people. The first person ignores hydration, sits most of the day, rarely exercises, sleeps poorly, and assumes weakness is just part of aging. The second person drinks water consistently, moves a little every day, gets reasonable sleep, pays attention to nutrition. Nothing extreme, nothing complicated, just small, healthy habits. 5 years later, those 2 people may look very different. Not because of luck, because of choices. One patient named Dorothy taught me this lesson beautifully. At 82 years old, she wasn't trying to become younger. She wasn't trying to run marathons. She simply wanted enough strength and energy to continue living independently. So she focused on the basics. Water, walking, sleep, nutritious meals, consistency. Several months later, she smiled and told me, "Doctor, I don't feel younger, I feel stronger." And honestly, that's even better. Because healthy aging isn't about becoming young again. It's about protecting what matters. Your mobility, your confidence, your independence, your quality of life. Now let's quickly review what we've learned today. First, many seniors are mildly dehydrated without realizing it. Second, drinking water first thing in the morning may help support circulation and overall wellness. Third, adding simple natural options like lemon may encourage better hydration habits. Fourth, movement is one of the most powerful circulation boosters available. Fifth, sleep, nutrition, hydration, and muscle health all work together. And finally, no vitamin or hydration trick can replace healthy daily habits. That's the lesson I want you to remember, because headlines often promise miracles. Real health usually comes from consistency. One glass of water, one walk, one healthy meal, one good decision, repeated over and over again. Now here's something I want every person over 60 watching this video to hear. It is not too late. Your body still responds. Your muscles still respond. Your circulation still responds. Even at 70, even at 80, even beyond. Improvement is possible. Maybe not overnight, maybe not dramatically, but meaningful improvement can absolutely happen. I've seen it countless times. The body is far more adaptable than most people realize. So before this video ends, I want you to participate. Type "better blood flow" in the comments if you're committed to improving your hydration and circulation starting today. And tell me, do you struggle more with cold feet, heavy legs, or low energy? I read as many comments as possible, and I'd love to hear your story. If this video helped you, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share this with someone over 60 who wants stronger circulation, healthier legs, and more independence. And in my next video, I'll reveal one simple morning habit that may help improve balance, support muscle strength, and keep seniors active longer than they ever imagined. Until then, take care of yourself, keep moving, keep hydrating, and remember, your future health is not decided by your age, it's shaped by the small choices you make every single day.